Stop! Do not post suggestions yet in the comments below. If you have, delete them. Next week, we are doing a themed song suggestion Friday, and that will be, drumroll please, Iron Maiden. Yes, even your fucking Passchendaele. Make sure your suggestions are only Iron Maiden songs. Make sure they are songs I have not already reviewed. I have reviewed a number of Iron Maiden songs to date. If you want to increase your chances of your suggestions being picked up by me, go ahead and support me on Patreon. I am also still offering guitar lessons. I'm still coordinating with a handful of people who are interested, so I'm not sure how many spaces will be left. All right, let's jump into it. X by Papi. 11 seconds of fat riffs and shred, and then what the fuck just happened? They have a feel change in the rhythm, a complete mood shift in the song entirely. I appreciate the contrast that they're going for, and this happens throughout the song. It feels very forced to me. I absolutely hate these vocals. At about 47 seconds, there's this repeated vocal part over and over again that was pissing me off. It's like metal, pop singer-songwriter, and electronic mixed together throughout the song. Sounds like it could be interesting. Honestly, it just did not work for me. It just mostly feels out of place. I'm sure there's probably more context as to their musical decisions in the vocals. I have not looked at them. I'll say the production on everything is great. The kick and the guitars feel nice. The singer-songwriter parts are very full and well arranged. Specifically because those vocals really pissed me off and so many things felt disjointed and out of place. Total grade for this song, -. I Don't Care by Apocalyptica. Aptly titled for my feelings about this song. Moody strings, of course, that's pretty much what this band is. The guest vocalist is too nasally. He has a good voice, he just needs to train it better, so when he sings softer, he's like a whiny little bitch. Chorus is catchy. Second verse is decent in contrast to the rest of the song. At the chorus, there is what I thought was a guitar initially, and then listening to it further, I think it might actually be a cello. Either way, has distortion on it. That tone, absolutely not my bag. And the part itself had way too much emphasis on the downbeat. It was literally just eighth notes going back and forth across the string with the bow. While the piano part was pretty, the bridge itself was very unremarkable. To be honest, I don't have a lot to say on this one. Aptly titled, I Just Don't Care. It's a pretty basic song, feels pretty cookie cutter. There are some cool added vocal parts towards the end, but that's really it. Total grade for this song, =. Since You Been Gone by Rainbow. Fuck that chord progression in the intro, which is also our chorus chord progression. And then having claps along with our snare. Get fucked, please. The verse is a little bit better. This is absolutely not what I was expecting, and I definitely was not expecting piano to be in this song at all. The chorus feels a little Boston to me. When I was listening to this, I was like, this is not the Rainbow that I remember. Is this the same fucking band? And I did a little research. This is written by a person who is not a member of the band. They replaced Dio this year when this album came out. Fucking kill me. We go from LA Connection and Gates of Babylon to this pile of fucking horse shit. I'll say the vocal harmonies are very tight. The solo is nice. The overall feel of this song, way too rosy for me and way too rosy to be Rainbow as I understand it. Seems like Journey would have pulled some inspiration from this. Just no. Total grade for this song, =. A Tall Order by Toska. This is the third song of theirs I've reviewed. Wow, the absolute balls of those riffs. Love the rhythmic accents throughout. Absolutely love the chord colors and the melodic lines on the guitar in the first verse, and there's a couple other places too. First verse. The guitar and bass tone are awesome together. Great choice to add the subtle keyboard padding in the background. Absolutely love this drummer. There's like that Baroness, Pelican, Isis vibe, and then that is equally mixed with like a Coheed and Cambria type of thing a little bit. Absolutely love the sonic picture they paint. Excellent production and arrangement. There is nothing insane here technically on their instruments. Just great writing. I have a feeling some Tool fans will appreciate this type of music. Completely instrumental. Go wild. Total grade for this song, +. I Appear Missing by Queens of the Stone Age. Through the verses, they have a swing feel. I don't like that. You guys have all been bugging me for a long time to review this song. I do not understand why. Like, it's not a bad song, but it's by no means an even remarkable song, at least to me. The guitar parts throughout the verses are interesting, but they don't feel right. They feel out of place. I think that has something to do with some of the melodic choices. Sure, it has to do with rhythmic choices as well. The vocals were more dynamic than I have heard before in Queens of the Stone Age. That chorus does not do it for me at all. The drums are good. At the bridge, I was hoping we were going to go somewhere significantly different because we had that cool rhythm change at the end of that chorus, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go somewhere different. This is where it's gonna get interesting, and we don't venture very far from where we've been. It was basically an extended chorus. All of these things technically work together, and they fit in place. It does absolutely nothing for me. The guitar solo is good for what it is, but again, just totally not appropriate. The articulation and techniques that he is using to make these weird sounds, I would use something completely different. You're going for like a soul screamy type of part. You want your guitar solo to match that. It's too twinkly and weird. It doesn't have that rawness. It's like if your main character in The Lord of the Rings was a Furby, and we're talking unironically, like they really thought that this was the perfect, epic, dynamic choice as a lead in The Lord of the Rings. It wouldn't fucking work. This feels like it's probably a great song interpreted by the wrong band. Total grade for this song, =. Perennial by Spiritbox. Post-hardcore influence on the guitar tone and drums. Not a fan of the vocals at all. Pre-chorus guitar part is pretty cool. Love the rhythms here and the percussiveness of that guitar part. The mix on the vocals is trash. Too much boost between 900 and 4000 hertz. It gives it a very boxy feeling, and there's even something going on maybe at like 6 or 7 where you have that peak through. Maybe it's even at 8. The chorus is decent. There is an obnoxious amount of ambient guitars going on throughout this entire song. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's obnoxious. The growls are good. There's a lot going on here on the guitar, and it feels like more than it needs to be, almost like it's compensating with technical proficiency on the instrument for the lack of good composition. Well, more specifically, instead of good composition, the chord progression is basic as fuck. The guitar player, very talented at legato. He can write some cool parts, but at the end of the day, I'm listening to another rock ballad. This could use a better mix, but not bad at all. Total grade for this song, =. Silent Speaks by While She Sleeps. Has a nice little fucking meter to it when you say it. The intro clean tone, really nice. The intro vocals had a singing vocal with a screaming vocal underneath of it in unison. I was a little worried that was going to be the whole thing throughout. I like the feel in the chorus. Cool synthesizer part there. Just rhythmically very satisfying to me. Verse kind of amps it up a little bit with some more rock with a little bit of punk influence behind the rhythm. There's been a lot of 1-6-7 today, man. Holy shit. There's some cool riffs in the verses. My one complaint would be the vocals rhythmically, especially since there's no melody going on with them, should match up better with what the guitar riffs are doing. That bridge feels so out of place. It's like the Backstreet Boys got a feature on this song. Cool flanger on the guitar solo. I actually did enjoy it. I thought it was fun. It was good for the song. Decent song, good production. Total grade for this song, =. When Cannons Fade by Bolt Thrower. School of Pantera guitar tone. Digging the drums in the intro. The guitar kind of buries most of the bass in the mid-range, so if you were listening to this on anything that didn't have a sub, there would be no bass. These guitar riffs are way too simple to be repeated this often. You can chop bare minimum 45 seconds off of that intro. The vocals are trash. For growls, this is very weak. Drum mix is shit. The guitar solo is actually pretty cool. It's just fun to me in the Phrygian dominant mode that we're doing, and he does some fun little different stuff. I mean, is it an amazing solo? Definitely not, but I enjoyed it in my own personal preference. The riff coming out of the solo feels like an appropriate change. As with everything else in the song, we stay there way the fuck too long. This entire song, and I would wager probably this band, is relying too much on brutality and tone and not enough on actual compositional skill. And to be honest, the tone's not that great. You should be able to chop off at least 2 minutes from this song, bare minimum. Outro, completely unnecessary. It's literally just the drummer playing by himself as it fades out for a fucking long fade. It's almost like a slap in the face to this over repetitive piece of shit. Total grade for this song, =. Un Millón de Años Luz by Soda Stereo. I don't get the fucking hype for this band. I've had a lot of people ask me to listen to this band. I'll say the synthesizer tone and guitar tone work well together. The guitar lead over top of the intro feels very out of place. In our verses, it sounds almost exactly like the Sweet Home Alabama chord progression. You're welcome for ruining that for you. Vocals are nice. Melody seems pretty okay. The pre-chorus is too close to tempted by the fruit of another. Like, it's a straight rip, man. That drummer is good, and he needs a hell of a lot more freedom to go outside the box, because that's one of the things bringing this track down for me. Some of the guitar leads in this song remind me of Lil Wayne's guitar solo. You're welcome for ruining it for you. This just seems like an average rock band to me. And when I say average, I mean like of every rock band that's ever existed in the world, famous or otherwise, it's average. I really don't get it. Sorry, Daniela. I know you're such a sweetheart, but I'm sorry. Total rate for this song, equal sign. Burning Bright by Phinehas. Again with the legato taps. Like, fuck, you guys recommended all the same fucking shit this week. I will say the harmonics at the ends of some of his lines, nice touch. I say on my notes that the verse feels like rehashed Periphery. Honestly, a lot of this song feels like rehashed Periphery. I am not liking the mix. Too much 3 to 6K boost. It feels scooped in the master. Of course, what I'm saying here might not be the mix itself, it could be the master. This guitar part feels like it's a little bit too far up its own ass. The growls are solid. Chorus is decent, but very predictable. Like, truly, this whole track was pretty predictable with the exception of that guitar part being a little bit too far up its own ass. It felt like Periphery for the most part with like sprinkles of intervals throughout. It is not bad. There's just no X factor for me. What are you bringing to the table that nobody else does? They're all very talented guys, but you can write better than this. Total grade for this song, equal sign. My first suggestion this week is Stuck by Leprous. This is one that was recommended by you guys last week to me that I fucking loved. I decided I'm working on a Leprous does pop music better video, and you may be seeing more than one video on Leprous on this channel, so keep your eyes out. That was slick. My next suggestion for you this week is Land Animal by Bent Knee. I had just seen Haken and Leprous on this past Tuesday here in Nashville, and Bent Knee was opening for them. I'll be 100% honest, this is not my type of prog, but the shit is ridiculously creative. I think that they're a great band, and I think there are a lot of people out there who should rightfully enjoy this band, and you guys should definitely check them out. By the way, singer, excellent. That is it for Song Suggestion Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your suggestions of Iron Maiden songs you would like in the comments below, down there. If you like what I do on this channel, if you like my videos, please support me on Patreon. That is the only way that this stays my job. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Become the Night. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Rock on!